Thank you, as I always say, for taking your precious time to join us. And today, without wasting much time, is our guest. I bet you want me to mention his name, but I won't. He will do it for us. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
First of all, my name is Abraham Seneki. Um, I was one of the many athletes who were fortunate to get opportunity to transfer from Ghana, University of Ghana, to study outside of the country in the United States on track scholarship. I competed for West Texas till 2019, won a couple of NCAA title and national All-American honors. I furthered on to get my master's degree in communications. After getting my master's in communication, I was fortunate I now work as a marketing information specialist for institutions. Right now, I'm currently competing at the same time engaged in a couple of projects. One of the projects is the Shawncast. What inspired me to take on this Shawncast project is to
Well,
being
I
an
think
athlete in the
I think
United
I
States.
think we should hold on a little bit. Don't spill all the gist out now. So Abraham just introduced himself. He's still an athlete for Ghana, and he's having masters in communication. He's also working as a marketing manager, and
So,
so
yeah.
the, Abraham will be sharing his project, a recent project he's embarked. And I think it's always great to, see young people, particularly those who play sports or who study sports, to share with us some of these projects that they have. For those following this channel or this series, DC Sports series, I share usually um, um, graduates from sports studies, their projects, as well as those with other projects that they've embarked, and that's the best way for us to learn from each other. So, like I said, you're going to pitch or present your project in 15 minutes. It's a countdown. You would not see it, but for viewers who are watching out there would see it. And feel free to put your comments down in the comment section and be part of this discussion. So the floor is yours. Tell us about Sean Cust. Let's go.
So the Shawncast is a podcast that I got inspiration to do. I got inspiration from the fact that being a student athlete and an international student athlete, to be precise, it's very difficult to get a lot of coverage, media coverage. So we have a lot of African athletes in the United States that are doing exceptionally well, but they are not getting the necessary media coverage. So, which is normal because they are not in their own country. So, I took it upon myself to just help my fellow African because I know how it feels. We have athletes running fast times, but they don't get that kind of coverage that they are supposed to get here. So that was what inspired me to do this Shawncast to help promote African athletes, student athletes, athletes that are doing exceptionally well, that are not getting the media coverage. That has inspired me to do something like this to help promote those athletes because I know they are doing exceptionally well and I know the impacts of social media and the media, um, the internet, how impactful it is to marketing and promoting this kind of athletes. So that's what inspired me to uh, do the Shawncast to help promote athletes um, that are doing exceptionally well and to tell their story as well. When it comes to the United States, their media coverage is a little bit different. You might get a little bit of coverage from your local community, but aside that, like the national media and the big platforms, most of them are not going to publish it. They're going to focus on their local athletes, their US athletes, and when they want to focus on them. So it's up to you that is your home country going to focus on you? Yeah, you're not going to get that much coverage enough. So you need all the media outlets and all this major social media platforms to promote you. So that's what the Shawncast is trying to do, aims to do to promote athletes. So a typical example is when Benjamin Asmadi ran the first national record. I was very disappointed because he wasn't getting enough media coverage. I was like, oh, that is the fastest Division Two time, and he's not getting the necessary attention and the media coverage from the big US platforms. And I was very disappointed in that. And major other examples are like the Zimbabwean guy who went to the 200-meter finals, and also some other African. Some of them were running exceptional times, like fast times in JUCO, and they weren't getting any media coverage. So like these are fast guys who are running faster than some of the D1 athletes, and they're not getting media coverage. I remember when my time when I was jumping in college. One of my jump was one of the best in the NCAA level in all condition, but I was getting little media coverage. So those are kind of the things that inspire. Even though my jumps were wind legal and wind either, so it's another thing. But those guys' times are wind legal times, fast times, national records, and fast times in the world, and they weren't getting enough coverage, and it's disappointing. So having something that focus on them, that is going to tell their story, that is going to promote them. I think it's also going to help them to keep working hard and do what they are doing and get the necessary marketing that they need to help them get sponsorship because those are also very important as well. Yeah. No, the countries they originated from is very important. They need to get equal promotion and equal marketing from their country as well. It shouldn't be just a one time. He just ran the first time and you just promote him for like one time and that's it. No, he needs constant promotion because when the athlete needs his fan base from his country to show the potential sponsors that he has a very strong fan base that are gonna jump on and see his stuff and promote this. So it shouldn't be a just one-time promotion from the athlete's country, but it should be a constant promotion, following the athlete's journey, updating people about the athletes, not only when the athletes run fast time, but like their journey, their training regimen, like the behind the scenes stuff. Because people want to see the behind the scenes stuff. What you do, they don't just want to see you run fast time. They want to see what you do behind the scenes before you run the fast time. So all those kind of stuff are really very, very, very people are very interested in those kind of stuff. So I think their home country media have to go beyond the extra mile to get those kind of content for people to know that the athletes are not just running fast time. They're doing something before they run those fast times.
Okay.
So currently, Seancast is on Instagram. When you type at the Seancast, you find it on Instagram, and you find Seancast on and majority and most of the time you find a YouTube link in the bio of Shankar. So when you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, you check the bio, you see full episode, all the other episodes. Some of the episodes include interview with some coaches who have played major roles in the athlete's life, some of the athlete stories and stuff like that. So those are very, very interesting. If you watch those videos on YouTube, the full episode on YouTube, you get a lot of insight about some of the athletes and what goes behind their performance. An example was the guy from Zimbabwe who, from JUCO, went to the Olympic 200-meter finals. His coach talked about how he prepared him, what went into the preparation, and other stuff. So very interesting facts and insights there once you watch it. So go check it out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. You'll find the Shortcast out there.
And then another thing that is very important is sustainability of the project. A lot of people start
Mhm.
projects like this and then give up along the line. Um, how do you see Showcast in the next, let's say, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 years? How do you intend to sustain this project to keep going?
So the plan is to keep Shortcast going as long as possible. I know right now I'm juggling between work, practice, but I have time. Once I'm committed to it, I'm gonna get it all the way. I want to see Shortcast being one of the biggest the podcast that is promoting African athletes and athletes that are doing exceptionally well that are not getting the coverage. So the main goal is to cover those athletes, go to meets, speak to those athletes post competitions, go to some of the schools that have this kind of athletes and show some of the behind the scene, how they prep, they juggle between the combined school and academics, their training regimes, and so it's gonna get more details as we progress, as we grow. Because right now we are kind of like in the early stages, so we are taking it little by little. But yeah, as we grow, we're gonna add more detailed contents in it. But right now, we are just taking it step by step. So it's a long-term project, which is gonna take some time, but we're taking it step by step.
Okay, so here you are, that's Showcast. I'm not going to, stretch this presentation. It's just to show people what others are doing out there so far as sports is concerned. And I'm glad that you shared this. Most athletes often just compete, and right after the end of their career, they don't know what to do. But for Abraham, as you can see, he holds a master's in communication, and he's currently working with a financial institution whilst also competing at the same time. So it's important to see how he blend, all these responsibilities whilst also keeping, focus with his project. So I want to say thank you so much for sharing. And I hope somebody get inspired out there. If you are interested to join Shawncast, this is Abraham. His email is over there. You can see his email on the screen. Reach out to him. If you want to support his channel too, that's fantastic. It's on YouTube and all social media platform. Do you have any final words to say or yeah, any final words? Let me put it that way.
Also, the biggest thing is time management. If you know how to manage your time and you are really dedicated and focused on what you want to do, you'll be able to do anything, regardless of how complex it might look in front of people. So keep supporting the DC Connect channel and keep supporting. Looking forward to seeing a lot of followers and people following the Shortcast channel. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate this DC Sports series. And this year is going to be like this. We're going to have this and short but intriguing videos for people out there that the field of sports is very broad and you have a space in it with these projects. Thank you. And until then, see you. Thank you so much, everyone, for the time. I really appreciate and have a blessed time.
Thank you, Derek. You too. Thank you so much.